Are we ready for a glorious day at this crown tournament? Are you ready to show your honor and valor and promote your consort today? Then, let the processional begin. Presenting Duke Palymar of the two Baronies and Mistress Magrat Catte, each fighting for the other.
Behold the Duke upon his charger stout, panoplied with ribbons all about. He guides his mount with whisper or pressed knee, precise and powerful for all to see. 4 times has Palymar won dragon crown. What more need has he to seek renown? Yet now once more to serve he'll bend the knee, to take a gift from such a one as she. From Magrat's hand accept the consort's crest. Oh, may it be that we are thusly blessed. Her carmine tresses bound about with pearls, she glides across the hall in finest linen, or leaves a wake of bruised and bloodied earls upon the sod as foeman's ranks she's thinning. In unwavering assistance wheels and whirls, leading, serving, slaying, always grinning. She may not overshadow towering spires, yet dukes and duffers Magrat Catte inspires.
Presenting Duchess Vukasin Ullric, fighting for Duke MacChormach.
Look you who comes! She of the mountains of Serbia. Her house hopped here on chicken's legs. Look you that Baba Yaga will eat you and disgrace you.
Count Nikolai Grigorevich Petrov, fighting for Countess Serena Kimbalwyke and the noble Cleo.
Golden mare passant upon a green field, ebony acorns thrice wrought and all crowned. Arms of Serena Kimbalwyke yield so little insight for one so renowned. She worked the silkworm in ways that astound. She led the mighty and great winged worm of the vast Smidr realm with Nikolai's term. Serena, fire-haired, fire-tongued opal, shook the dust from her shoes, took the Silk Road in slow caravan to Constantinople, her talents earning far more than men owed. Onward and eastward to stop where the Dnipro flowed. There found love, there made life, there settled down, but never settled less than for a crown.
Presenting Earl LeCoffrier, fighting for Countess Sadb, ingen Donnchadha.
I sing now for Countess Sadb. She and her songs now arrive. A voice for love and for war, one worthy of an encore. Louis rose with her own thorns and golden chain to adorn. She shines filled with her own light, Sadb the dragon's dear delight.
Baron Kjell Smidr, fighting for Baroness Isabel Taylor.
My lords and ladies and all those who participate in shenanigans, I have been given the pride, the pleasure, nay, the pleasure to introduce a baron and baroness like no other. Baron Kjell Smidr, the smith, the smiter. Baron Kjell of the North, his sword is swift and decisive as a hammer against the cooling steel on his anvil. Ah, his muse, his Baroness Isa, she burns Logi's wild fires. She is the sun in the north. She sprouts from the ashes, a phoenix, dripping sweet maple honey from the trees with leaves like winter embers. May you witness their kindness and their glory. May you find them a worthy opponent, a story to tell, and a friend to share a cold winter night around a fire.
Battle Rings Weaver, Shield Clash Conductor, Donnerschafen's Jewel, Sword Strong Orchestrator, Bright Smile Bestower, Heart Wealth Distributor, Warrior's Champion, Kindness Cultivator.
Baron Tonus Van Driel, fighting for Baroness and Mulligan, and Ferg the Llama.
Anne Mulligan speaks with a gentle voice, as the kindest soul you will ever know. All who know her forever rejoice to have met one who like a star does glow. Yet this mouse who roars is as strong as steel, a rock for her barony and her friends. She will be ready to fight should she feel her protections needed, so help she lends. Not just strong and kind, she also has a skill, an inspiration like a dragon spark, as she bends ink and paper to her will, a true artist who carves and stamps her mark. So let all the Midrealm know and hear of Anne Mulligan, whom we hold so dear.
Sir Istili Shoshino de los Indios, fighting for the Honorable Lady Norel Thespiana.
Honored lady, shining bright, Norwell, as strong as dragon flame, now lift your voice to call her name. Her kindness is a gentle light, her skillful hands have brought acclaim. O honored lady, shining bright, Noel as strong as dragon flame, an inspiration to her knight, her courage to the realm proclaim. For noble service give word fame, O honored lady, shining bright, Norel, as strong as dragon flame, now lift your voice to call her name.
Sor Ustad Hassan Al-Haji, fighting for Lady Rowan and Enai.
Sun rises, night falls, winter yields to emerald spring. Ustad fights for her. Dragons dance the golden round. All these constant, infallible, as Rowan's inspiration, tender-hearted nightingale.
Sir Palymar of Shadowed Stars, fighting for Lady Cynthia the Invisible.
Who can see her service? So few note the doing. Stewards crave her crewing craft to speed their leading. Birth or wordkin, worth full will she serve, heart-filling, whose bright graces hasten her skipping nights fighting.
Sir Crispin de la Rochefoucauld, fighting for Mistress Gianna Vittori.
Putting her hat in the ring of glory, servant, leader, lover of her people. Praise be to Gianna Vittori. Ethereal in beauty and in presence, she weaves noble webs to help the whole realm. Thus, and serves with such care and effervescence. Emboldened by her love, Sir Crispin fights, slaying their enemies, earning honor and envy too from all the other knights.
Sir Edward Buxley, fighting for Magnifica Allegra Ginevra Soave da Napoli. Twist the bobbin, turn the thread, lace forms on a pillow's bed, prick the patterns, place the pins, so the lacy dance begins. Spin and weave and twirl and tread, twist the bobbin, turn the thread, Allegra steps and sides and arms, teaching country dances charms. Clearly heard throughout the hall, she summons those the court does call. Twist the bobbin, turn the thread, though those Welsh names can cause dread. On stage she was Isabella, now Arlecchino is her fella. The tourney road winds on ahead. Twist the bobbin, turn the thread.
Sir Thorin Eichskull, fighting for Forester Gwyneth Cole.
Gwyneth Cole draws up her bow, stops breath so her arms are still, takes aim at the target's eye, and lets arrow fly her will, straight and true to center black. Her attack ranks, never failing, and in battle crossbow locked on opponent's duck and flailing. Gwyneth's goats are easily gotten, justice sought in swift death sure. Mighty bears are prey of bowmen who have practiced to endure.
Master Fergus Macpherson, fighting for Dame Maggie McKeith.
Stories are told of Dame Maggie's light, yet shadowed her star shines ever so bright. Her love for her baronies steadfast and fair, her love of our kingdom none can forswear. Know of her service at feasts and in halls, know of her laughter that enthralls us all. We follow her lead, and leader she is, protector, caregiver, a radiant justice.
Sir Sasha St. Martin, fighting for Sergeant Kemma of the Three Rivers.
Kemma's smile lights the room, bright beacon shining in the night. Her merry grin will dispel doom. Kemma's smile lights the room. Tourney bouts beginning soon. Joyful warrior watches fights. Kemma's smile lights the room, bright beacon shining in the night.
Radisman Andreas Blackwood, fighting for Forester Gunnar Bogsfeger.
Gunnar Bogsfeger takes careful aim. Bow delivers to mid-realm fame. She helps wherever with smiling face. Words, however needed, with grace.
Sir Victor Locke Santovich, fighting for Mistress Kylie Dutcham.
Winter in Wallachia gives few pleasures. Deftly she plans, she draws, and she measures, crafting a garment of wool, full, and feathers, gilding and guarding the one whom she treasures. While he's away, she shall marshal their forces, tally supplies and preserve their resources, pay the crown's taxes in gold and in horses, maintain her people and strengthen their courses. She is the picture of charming grace and romance. Her eyes are lovely, they take all in a glance. Beauty she has, yes, but with brains in abundance. Do not be fooled by her ease. Nothing is done by chance.
Master Emmanuel von Brandenburg, fighting for Mistress Corisande of Starhill.
When Mistress Corisande in the Midlands round, with her paints and inks, artisans reinforce, and still her own skills she does astound, arranging order in chaos with illuminated force. When Mistress Corisande by mid-realm bound, sword-cliff's own preceptor and student both, always sharing, always learning, wisdom profound, quiet grace, courtesy's oath. When Mistress Corisande of Starhill encourages and guides Midland's pride, dedicated to honor, truth from her quill, her kindness is known kingdom-wide.
Magister Roland Desolé, fighting for Baroness Rubrin.
They always share genuine care and welcome fair every new face, contributing with both sewing and creating any time or place. With bold spirit, they seek to hold the sevenfold in safe space. Baron Rubrin now seeks within themselves to win fair mid-realm's grace.
Baron Cadogan Faber, fighting for Dame Hadley of Beckenham.
Inspired by the loving will of Dame Hadley of Beckenham, on this day does Baron Cadogan Faber seek to scribe their names into the history of the Midrealm. Born witness by generations, ancestral and offsprung, a valiant effort made for glory and renown.
When she sits in sunlight, softly smiling while she sews silken stitches, soft but sturdy. With every stitch, her love extols. Her needle nips and dips and tightens threads of silver, threads of gold, to clothe and guard her dearest dearie when the nights are dark and cold. She unbinds her locks well plaited, from them takes a single hair, and weaves it in the battle banner, so she too may join him there.
Baron Ronan Hoxon, fighting for Dame Roanic Aldenach.
Come, Midrealm, listen to my song. It will not take me very long to praise accomplishments untold of binding book and beverage cold. But more than that, her sacred call to make accessible to all the fairs that place their works on view. Compelled to serve, determined to, authentic in her every aim, thus comes Roanna to her fame.
Captain Bryce Calhoun, fighting for Mistress Bronwyn Snowden.
Wise Snowden works her quiet way in webs most insubstantial, then guards the northern oaken blades on Penzic's fields of glory. Determination drives her soul to serve where she is needed. Her heart of gold is generous, bedecked in red for courage. Now Bryce seeks crown for sister friend, a treasure for our kingdom.
Captain Duncan Burns, called Monster, fighting for Captain May Lee.
Crown bedecked with golden mace, Captain May Lee smiles with grace of one who holds monster dear. Laughs, no army gives her fear. As one who wears dragon's teeth in a necklace, victor's wreath, civilized and savage, she fights and loves with dignity. Captain May Lee's sharpened swords, wielded by one adored of the company in red, seeks the prize of severed head.
Dom Siazan Christoph Kulboon, fighting for Duchess Bree of Riders Keep.
Noble and kind, great renown, is Duchess Bree of Riders Keep. Service gives, sunrise to sundown, noble and kind, great in renown. Inspiring those who seek the crown, a guiding hand, her wisdom deep, noble and kind, great in renown, is Duchess Bree of Riders Keep.
Captain Honora in Scarpa, fighting for Captain Hjalmar Hjalsen, and vice versa.
Happy is she who wins for herself fair fame and kindly words. Arnora, though feisty and battle-born with savage arrows and savage blows. Happy is she who hath in herself gentle laughter with those she knows. Hjalmar Shieldmaid, Dragon Lieutenant General, laughs in glee when met with siege. A better burden can no woman bear, trusted on the field with comrades brave. North shield of horror and Eriton richer it seems. Midrealm rejoice with Arnora, upright by our side.
The Honorable Lord Jacques Turner, fighting for the Honorable Lady Mae Ramsey.
Mark out the boundaries on the pristine page. Each line portrays your measure straight and true. And craft your stunning offerings off stage, deflecting fame as only nobles do. How every stroke reveals your soul anew by forging joy from pen and ink and art. How much you deeply care comes shining through, reflected in the work that bears your heart.
Captain Bigfuss, Mjol Siglandi, fighting for Lady Gina Igulfrither.
Hailcraft and crafter, call out her names of skill and service. Sculpt give your voice. Warp and weft and weaving hand. Gift giver, gracious, gallant lady. High-hearted she, hedgehog keeper. Most faithful friend and fair and kind. Steadfast and strong, a star that guides. Jenna Igulfrither, gallant lady.
Warder Adam der Strom, fighting for Baroness Emeline von Kaltwasser.
As the Rhine does seek to flow to greater waters of the sea, so too does Warder Adam der Strom seek the glory of the Midrealm throne. Inspired by Baroness Emeline von Kaltwasser, loving and artistic Ottermutter to the raft of Dernheld, together a formidable, stunning force do they possess.
A better word you'll never find. Her word that makes the royalty mine. Her word that promises to serve. Bold actions backing up that word. Her people will not be deprived. She comforts those who've just arrived. Unmindful of the coldest water, she's only doing what she oughter.
Captain Morellis Kilianus, fighting for Baroness Shona Ingen Gregor.
Baroness Shanoij Ingen Grigar, long her labors, late the hour. Stitching fingers beg for rest. Dragons proud on champions' chests. Setting up and tearing down, painting something for the crown. Stained with love, her hands and arms, a smile, a word to soothe all harms. Willow, fretty, dragon's heart, long her service, great her art. Banners streaming let us raise, minion Shona, now we praise.
Captain Grigor Jillison, fighting for Lady Clarissa Delamere.
This day there may be many foes faced, but they all shall bow down with haste to this worldly woman with such taste. Best muse Captain Trigger could dream of, with inspiration from above. She feeds her people with food and love. Never was there one who could compare to a lass so divine, kind, and fair. All hail Clarissa Delamere.
Sergeant Daoud Al-Taib Al-Samari.
Swords like Grimborg, there's a crowd like Grimborg, no one goes strutting around with those boots like Grimborg. There is no one around half as cheerful, an impeccable consort he'll be. You can ask anyone in Grundoken, his heart is just so full of glee. Oh, Midrealmers here, let us all give a cheer for Grimborg.
Now, Sergeant Daoud Al-Taib Al-Samari, fighting for Laureate Arianwin Triona Caradwin O'Windham.
Fair Arianwin in bright silk is bound, with treasure covered and with linen laced. The board of Daoud's shield doth her surround and keep her safe. Her pages fair and chaste bear witness to her virtue signature. But know, as her acquaintance you begin, much as her outer beauties do allure, more precious still is that which lies within.
I'm not kidding.
He hasn't done it yet.
Sergeant Palymar de Flanders, fighting for Lady Berwin of the Three Baronies.
Those seasons past have silvered brow and beard. The white wolf of Northwood stands firm and true. For Berwin's sake, whose soul he holds most dear. Berwin takes the field, as sworn ones always do. Nor jest nor slight shall mar her honor's hue. With blade in hand and loyalty as flame, and friendship lit the fire within his breast, to prove her name as noble as the best. From honored banners she watches, breath held tight, young Berwin clothed in quiet tense regard. Berwin moves aflame in silvered white, his stride as firm as any nightfall starred. Though time has carved his hands, yet they are hard. He asks no boon, nor does he fight for fame, only to give her honor louder name.
Sergeant Andreas Renardi, fighting for Lady Chrysantheme de Brie.
She is the rock whereon I stand, her truth my guide through darkest night. Her service is my chief delight, my great reward her gentle hand. My courage she to flame has fanned, her faith doth multiply my might. She is the rock whereon I stand, her truth my guide through darkest night. And stood I ruler of this land, I took to her to steer aright. Her aid makes heavy burdens light, ever I am at her command. She is the rock whereon I stand.
Sergeant Quentin of Mercia and Sergeant Ehrenfried Chatelain, each fighting for the other.
The silver bowl is dancing in starlight around his feet. The roses wave blood bright, devoted to him, blooming after midnight in blackness, ghouls and argent in flashing turns. The love of each and each for air increase. The more is granted, yet the more they yearn. So on and so on, the dance will never cease.
Sergeant Astrid Phelan, fighting for Sir Magnus Refson. Behold, Astrid, the red-winged wolf, the combat wombat, the pounding penguin, and her inspiration Magnus Refson, Njelsben, Svinben, Odalager, and his magically magnificent, mysteriously masterful mustache.
Foxes forge across a field, green and white, a soldier's shining shield. Valkyries validate the valor of a man, Magnus Refson, the true, of much painting prowess with mustache radiant. Many a birch buckler displays his glorious pigments and designs made by steady brushstroke, holding hidden riddles, referencing warriors, skills of the crafty or houses of plenty. With his one godly hand, Tyr hoists a chalice, an honor from kings. He cries the name Magnus, the man who cannot fall, boasting of a fighter with authentic heart and one immortal soul.
Sergeant Algar Ironhand, fighting for Viscountess Judith of Kirtland.
All hear this! Algar Ironhand! Has he lost his mind? Can he see or is he blind? Can he walk at all? If he moves, will he fall? There may be rust in his bones, but there is fire in the blood. Squire to Silverthorn, Sergeant in the Red Company, Lieutenant General of the Mid-Realm Combat Archers, Sergeant Algar Ironhand. His heart beats alongside the dragon's heart. He bleeds the dragon's blood. He upholds the standards of what chivalrous warriors should be. Kind, helpful, and skilled artisan, a defender of the weak, and a friend to all that know him. Today he fights for the Countess Judith of Kirtland, a double peer of good standing. She is grace and beauty personified, skin the color of alabaster, hair the color of gold, and his desire to say old kittens. I give you Sergeant Algar Ironhand and Viscountess Judith of Kirtland.
Judith seasons well the stew in the cookpot on the fire, with thyme and sage to name a few, but sawdust we do not desire. Leave wood shavings in the shop, where saw and chisel make their mark. From hearth to bench she doesn't stop, crafting art from dawn to dark. She lives in such a busy state, inside a feline habitat. All other things will have to wait, because it's time to pet the cat.
Sergeant Frasno Frosty Thorgnisson, fighting for Pani Jadwiga Kotanova.
Who is the lady with colorful hair, who weaves, fights, and writes with nary a care? She is Pani Jadwiga, Viggy for short, the chaotic-carrying lady in Sturfeld's cohort. Pray tell what awards Jadwiga bears, for he seeks to find the worthy heir. She bears 3 awards, as of yet, AOA Stardust and Purple Fret. A lady of service to her court, as queen shall be, greatly adored.
Sergeant Callum Cellach, Wukai Drusted, fighting for Lady Morgana Fairpriest of Glastonbury.
Hail, your majesties, and foemen tremble, for like the hurricane winds of his native Trimaris, now returns to this field the picked fury. Sergeant Callum Cellach, he comes as the warden of the eastern borders from the Shire of Rivenvale. He is inspired this day by his lady wife, Lady Morgana Glastonbury. She who inspires all as the bardic champion of the Barony of Rendogan.
Morgana strokes sable wings, in her soul the ocean sings. Now Midrealm's honor claims her service, honest, true, and pure. She spurs all to steadfast care, friends or strangers anywhere. She is the hub and the heart, who plans, then hastens the start. Thus she gives with great delight to those she guards from the fight. Yet on those who bring abuse, she sets her black avengers loose.
Lord Peter the Athelhari, fighting for Lady Caroline Letricatus.
On the knitting spool, yarn goes round. Each loop supports the last one wound. Once the needle has pulled it through, so quiet Caroline would do. Round the action, not in the center, unseen, until the humors stir, and softly the bon mot set free that rocks the company with glee, while patiently on her hand's part completes a stunning work of art. Truly Peter stands by her side with delight, devotion, and pride.
Lord Aelfor of the Cleflands, fighting for gentle Dirfina Armsdaughter.
Healing hunter, far explorer, every new face brings her pleasure, seeks to know their hearts and struggles, share their wonder, make them stronger. Calming friction is her habit, herbs and simples, these her tokens, showing everything she dreams of. She comes to us, colors blazing.
Lord Magnus Gletho Verbanson, fighting for Lady Danica of Gwentarian.
Hail to the gentle Danica, a lady good and kind, who holds the good of others ever foremost in her mind. Her hand turns e'er toward service, in deeds both great and small, and now she stands before you, aspiring to serve all.
Your Majesty, these are the combatants and their consorts for your crown tournament.
Good gentles, do you affirm that each of you and your prospective consorts have read and understood the corpora of the Society for Creative Anachronism and the laws of the Middle Kingdom?
Aye. Good gentles, Have you read and do you understand the rules and conventions of combat of the Middle Kingdom?
Aye.
Do you understand and do you agree that to assume the possible risk of injury arising directly or indirectly out of combat-related activities?
Aye.
Good gentles, you know well that the one for whom you fight this is the personification of all honor, respect, and truth, the living representation of that love which is worthy of honor, not only now, but in all times and in all places. Therefore, today, you fight in these lists not to gain power for yourself, nor for your own glory and honor, but for the honor and greater glory of the one whose favor you bear upon the field. By your valor, skill, and courtesy, will you advance that person's honor, and the one to whom victory is given this day shall declare the name of that person for all to know, and crown that person as royal consort, to reign alongside that after ascending the throne of the Middle Kingdom.
So at this time, we will take the fealties of the chivalry. So if you're chivalry,
Chivalry, please present yourself before their majesties.
I hear fealties in homage to the crown of the Middle Kingdom, to ever be good, kind, and true, reverent and generous, shield of the weak, obedient to my liege lord, foremost in battle, courteous at all times, champion of the right and the good. Thus swear I,
this do we hear, and shall never forget, to be your liege lord. Fealty with love,
Valor.
Valor with honor, and oath breaking with justice. Thank you. So we have a member of the Order of Defense fighting this crown tournament. It's the Marshal Carriage. Please present yourself.
Any mods who wish to take their fealty at this time, please come forward.
Here swear fealty and do homage. The crown of the Middle Kingdom, ever stand in its defense. Facing my foes with courage and honor. Protecting the innocent.
Obedient to my liege lord. Thus and the right. Thus swear I, the Kingdom.
This do we hear, and shall never forget, nor fail to reward that which is given. Fealty with love,
Service with honor, and oath breaking with justice.
And then, any member of the populace competing in the crown tournament that wish to swear their fealty now.
This is so boring.
I'm coming, sir.
according to my knowledge and ability. Thus swear I.
This do we hear, shall never forget, nor fail to reward that which is given. Fealty with love,
service with honor, oath breaking with
justice. So, you have heard the reasons for our list. Do each of you have an inspiration today whose favor you choose to advance in this crown tournament?
Aye. Then bear your favors bravely into the lists, either in victory or in honorable defeat.
Let the tournament commence!
That's pretty cool.